If you're a fan of true crime stories, if you find twisting and mind-blowing crimes fascinating, I have a question for you. In the world of true crime, which crime do you think is the most dangerous? Is it murder, a major heist, or someone suddenly disappearing one day? As you listen to this story, please make sure to answer this question. Personally, I believe the most dangerous crimes in the world are those where the killer is never identified. Murders happen, serial killings occur, and one person or a group of people instill fear in thousands or even millions, and then they're never caught. How someone committed a murder and, more importantly, why they did it, these questions are never answered. Today, I bring you a crime story where one or perhaps more than one killer committed multiple murders one after another, choosing a horrific method to execute them, and then vanished into thin air after each one. Yes, today I will tell you about some similar murders that happened in Mumbai and Kolkata. These murders were eerily similar, but the truth behind them was never uncovered. The year was 1985. One by one, bodies began to appear on the sidewalks of Mumbai. These were the bodies of people who slept on the streets, those trapped in the mire of poverty and hunger, with no roof over their heads and often without even a piece of bread to eat for days. Before moving forward with the story, it's important to mention that Mumbai wasn't the same as it is today back in 1985. People's nightlife was mostly confined to their homes, and rarely did anyone venture out late at night. So the first body was found in the Shouting Circle area of Mumbai. The head of this body had been crushed with a heavy stone, which was found nearby, weighing around 30 kilograms. The police tried to identify this person, but like thousands of other poor people living on Mumbai's streets, his identity had faded away. However, the police began their investigation. A few months later, another body was found. The area and the method of murder were the same. A person living on the sidewalk, killed, and his head smashed. But the police didn't see any connection between the first and second murders and handled both cases separately. Then, a third body was found under the same circumstances within a few months. Over the next few months, the police found 3 more bodies, all treated in the same manner. Since the bodies were found in different areas, the investigations were conducted by different police jurisdictions. However, by the time the 6th body was found, a police officer recognized a pattern. Whoever the murderer was, or whatever group it was, they were targeting people sleeping on the sidewalks. The use of heavy stones also suggested that the killer was quite strong. Although the police had identified a pattern, they still couldn't identify the bodies or find anyone to claim them. These victims were essentially nameless to the authorities. But the killer had to be caught, so the police started patrolling the areas where the bodies were being found. At the same time, warnings were issued to people sleeping on the sidewalks. Despite these efforts, the police found yet another body, making it the 7th one. Despite patrolling, warning those living on the sidewalks, and countless efforts, the murders were not stopping. In total, the police had recovered 12 bodies so far, all found within 1.5 to 2 years. By 1988, 12 bodies had been discovered. Some believe the number was actually higher, around 26, but the police kept the official count lower to prevent panic. After the discovery of the 12th body in 1988, the killings suddenly stopped. For the first time in 2 years, no bodies had been found in 4 to 5 months. Mumbai police and the city's residents breathed a sigh of relief, though the investigation continued. The year changed to 1989. Now, Kolkata police received a report of a body found near the Howrah Bridge, with the head crushed. A few days later, another body was found under similar circumstances near the same area, followed by a third. Kolkata police were connecting the dots between these three murders, recognizing the pattern. They intensified patrolling and investigations. Despite this, over the next few months, they discovered a total of 13 bodies, all killed in the same manner, bludgeoned with a heavy stone and targeting poor, homeless individuals. Every detail matched the murders in Mumbai. Media buzzed with discussions about these murders. During this period, the media dubbed the killer the Stoneman killer, referring to the murderer who struck with a stone. Central Kolkata was turning red with blood every few days. The police had no leads. As a result, Kolkata police launched the largest search operation in their history. Every sidewalk was watched, and hundreds of people were detained for questioning. Anyone who seemed suspicious was thoroughly investigated. The strangest and most terrifying aspect of these murders in Mumbai and Kolkata was that there were no eyewitnesses. No one had seen the killings. No DNA evidence was recovered from the crime scenes. Despite all efforts by Kolkata police, there was no trace of the Stoneman killer. By 1990, these murders in Kolkata had also ceased. Some time later, the Mumbai and Kolkata police conducted a joint investigation, but no significant clues or evidence emerged. The police concluded that the killer had been active in Mumbai initially. When he sensed that Mumbai police were becoming more active and investigating more aggressively, he moved to Kolkata. After committing some murders there and facing a large-scale search operation, he went quiet again. He could have returned to Mumbai, stayed in Kolkata, or he might have gone to somewhere else. It is said that the police also consulted criminologists and mental health experts. They suggested that the killer seemed to be a psychopath who derived pleasure from committing murders and seeing dead bodies in such a state. Some mental satisfaction was driving him to commit around 25 to 26 murders across two cities. For many years, investigations continued in both cities, but everything led to a dead end. The residents and the police of both cities finally breathed a sigh of relief, but the identity of the killer was never uncovered. Imagine a person, or perhaps a group of people, committed these murders under the cover of night, possibly deriving some sort of mental satisfaction, and then quietly went home and slept. The next day, they blended into the crowd, and all that remained for the Mumbai and Kolkata police and their citizens were unanswered questions. Questions that may never be resolved. So, this was the story of the stone killings in Mumbai and Kolkata, which robbed people of their sleep. The fear these killings instilled made people, especially those living on the streets, afraid to sleep, particularly alone. So, what do you think about this case? Does it seem like a perfect crime to you? Or do you think there were shortcomings in the efforts of the police in both states? Do tell us in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.